I have been very fortunate to be in senior roles in most organizations, and those senior roles gives me an opportunity to allow people to develop, to grow, and enable them to become better people through coaching, supporting, and creating conducive environment for the growth. It's very important. The second part of that, in BP specifically, we have always been driving meaningful contribution and particularly focusing on the needs of the country. And I was quite instrumental in ensuring that we have a trust that can actually focus on skills development with emphasis on science, maths, and technology, because that's where our industry is. And not only for BP, but for the broader economy. And with that, we continue to look for unconventional ways to challenge some of the policy frameworks so that we can enable that. And I'm very great to come back after establishing that and seeing that it's actually successful. And we have a partnership as well with VIS as part of the WTTP, which is really targeted talent. Our cohort is doing very well. We continue to invest in terms of the next pipeline around graduates and deepening that. And that's something that I would like to see grow significantly. And I will be very passionately continue to sponsor and support that. The next to-do list is in terms of social imperatives and the meaningful contributions. Once I'm settled into the career and even before that, I need to create that space to be more involved in community development. Our industry is still going through a transition, and it's probably one of those few industries that we're struggling, particularly in the technical areas and the commercial space, to have the right representation. I was talking on at times to say, when you look at the talent pool we're attracting, it is actually representing the diversity of the country, and it's here and globally as well. But in South Africa specifically, our university graduates, we have more females, very brilliant girls. And then you look at our graduates and our new entrants, it's quite strong. When you go to our middle management, very dynamic, competent female talent that we have, and quite even broader than the demographics of the country. But somehow we go through a funnel. At some stage, we're not able to pull that talent to the middle management, senior management roles. And we need to then ask ourselves, because what do we need to do differently? Continuously challenge those barriers. Most of them, when you sit back in isolation, you can't justify them. But the fact that there can be more of us, we can demonstrate in terms of confidence, but it's not only about that confidence, it's what are we going to do to shift? What are the things that we had to go through? How many hurdles did we have to suffer? Why did I have to work so hard? Why do I always have to feel like I'm carrying a burden? My job is to make sure that I clarify and I take out all of those hurdles and make it easy for the talent that's coming after me. CA profession for me is one of the most dynamic profession and gift you can ever have. And it is very important that you value that. But valuing in it, it means investing in it and investing in yourself. And you need to push yourselves to be able to continuously grow, to continuously become better. And at times we look at growth from a technical, from a commercial perspective. But where the future is going as well, being able to adapt to new skill sets that are required. With the digital evolution, we need different skill sets. How is it going to impact us as a profession? What is our role in terms of that? How do we shape those changes becomes important. We can only do that if we keep ourselves abreast and very, very updated. But then there's a fundamental growth as well, which is around leadership. The future leadership that we need to develop, that comes with empathy, that comes with authenticity, that becomes very important. And typically, at times, as chartered accountants, we tend to be very performance-driven, hard on outcomes, which is very good, it's good attributes to have. But how do you balance that with the softer skills and shaping ourselves to become better leaders? And then also putting ourselves on a platform to be able to challenge and become exemplars. This country requires more leaders that can actually stop criticizing, but be an integral part of the solutions and contribute appropriately.